Howdy, Sam. Well, that's not Sam, that's Dallas. Hey, Dallas. Is that Sam? Looks like him. Yeah. How's it going, guys? Sun's kind of bright on me. What is up with this slingshot? Banded up my LT2 with regular short draw the other day, and I keep smacking the frame and sending stuff off to God knows where. Don't know what I did. I think I'm being careless with my pouch. There we go. How are Maya and Jack doing? I'm doing well. Jack is doing pretty well as also. He's there's a young man that his son gets a lot of times on weekends, and it looks like another frame hit. Looks like Jack and his wife might actually be getting full-time custody of the kid for a while. So we'll have another shooter on our hands and another RC pilot. That'll be pretty awesome. Got a water bottle up there on a stick. Your 8mm steel's arriving tomorrow. I don't know if they have it provided for you at the tournament at ECST. I know at MSS they had a whole bunch of it. I'm sure I lost a few of my rounds, but I didn't have to go through a bunch. I still probably got close to 2,000 rounds in the house. Oh, got that poor pheasant. Smacked him in the noggin. We got 28 people online already. Let's see how big our numbers get tonight. Saving that can for when we get some more likes. And then I'll bust it up with my piston. Shooting at that little frog, gonna kill me a frog. Oh, smacked his butt. Now he's all twisted around. Dang it. I may have to pull this coat off. It's warmer than I thought. Got that 40 or 50 down there. Yeah, this coat's coming off. Pardon me for a second. Thought it was cool enough I would need it, but with that sun blasted down on me. Okay. There we go. Oh, got that 30, smacked his butt. Oh, hit that poor pheasant again. He's dead. $25 and only 3 likes. Come on, people. Come on, people. Oh, I smacked that 60. See if we can get to 50 now. Yep. Let's go for that elusive 40. Just missed him. Here, we got it. Robert said hi. Hello. Hey, Robert. How you doing? I think that's the name I saw. Robert Champiavira. That's what it sounds like, at least. Where's the piston? It's in my coat pocket. That's coming out in a little bit. I've been doing a lot better with that thing. Not quite as accurate as I am short draw, but once I start hitting a few things, I get pretty consistent with it. Oh, unraveled the frog. Woo-hoo. Today I got a water bottle down on the ground. They make a nice smack. Sorry, I got sun. Sear, how cool. Thank you. We're trying to have fun. It's a beautiful Friday evening. Very light winds. Temperatures maybe like 68 degrees. Actually, my watch will tell me. 66 degrees. That was a close guess. It's just low winds. Wish it could be this way tomorrow. I'd go flying my RC planes, but unfortunately it's going to be 15 to 25 mile an hour tomorrow. By the way, did you guys see my RC video that I posted this morning? I actually made one last week. Was at the flying field all by myself. If you haven't watched it yet, go check her out. Oh, that poor pheasant is getting injured with this LT2 from Simpleshot. I love this frame. Except I keep getting frame hits with it, and I don't know why. I decided I'd get it out. I used to shoot it for long draw, and now the only thing I want to shoot long draw with is my piston. So, decided to band it back up and make it my backup for a while. I have my other black Axiom X that I used to have for my backup. Have that banded with a little bit bigger set of bands for critter control. Oh man, these bands are already cutting. Crap. Must be where I got my frame hit. All right, you going down there. Out comes the Axiom. The black one with the bigger bands, the 0.55 bands, is designated for critter control. Thought I'd be able to shoot that one a bunch tonight, but I guess not. Oh, I smacked that thing. What's best one for beginners that never used one? Oh, let me check my other comments. Hang on. Let's make sure I didn't lose somebody. All right, the question was, what's the best one to beginners? Well, there's a couple different ones. I believe in Simpleshot. They're the U.S. distributor of all things Slingshot. They have everything you could want, from beginner slingshots to bands and ammo and targets and all that stuff. And there's lots of other places, but they're probably the biggest name that you'll find in America for slingshots. This is the one that really taught me to shoot good. It's called the Scout LT2. It's good for small hands. They have an LT, which is bigger, has a wider fork, so it's great on bigger hands if you're a big guy. I'm not, so I really like this one. There's another one that's very similar called the Axiom, which seems to be the hottest thing out there that people really like. So either one of those would do the job. Right now, I think there's an LT2 bundle on Simpleshot. You can use a link. I've got one in the description down there to Simpleshot. They have a bundle that's like the slingshot, a number of bands, a bunch of ammo, a set of targets, everything you need to get going, and it's 15% off right now too. So I think it's usually like 70 something. So I think it's like a hair under $60 right now. That's a really good deal. This is my main shooter, the Simpleshot Axiom X. It's adjustable, so I can dial it into my hand, and I have it set up the way I like it, and that's my daily. I've just been trying to use that LT2 a little bit more because I really like it. Sam's ready for ECST. You go knock them out, buddy. Do you have any sling darts? No, I am not touching sling darts. Those look scary. They look like they'll hurt. Yeah, I want my hands dart free. Honestly, I would shoot frameless before I would shoot a sling dart. There's dudes that shoot sling darts frameless. That is really living on the wild side. Now I want nothing to do with that stuff. do have a bow sling so I can shoot arrows like archery, because we have an archery club at my church on Tuesday nights, and I take that with me to shoot with the kids. I'm an instructor there, and I teach kids to shoot, but I'm not real good at archery. I just know how to teach them. So I take my sling bow and I shoot alongside of them. It's kind of fun. Oop, got 40. Yeah. Yes, Sam, me and you are on the same page with that one. It does look cool. Yeah, it looks cool in a very dangerous way. If you dare go there. This boy ain't going there, though. Well, I ain't a boy anymore. I'm an old man. But I like me some slingshots. I got a wiffle golf ball up there. It's orange. I think you guys should be able to see it. I think I need to shoot at that thing a few more times. Hardly ever shoot at it. It's kind of funny every now and then with 8mm ammo. The ammo will go right into the golf ball and get stuck in there. So I have to really shoot it until I break it up, and then I get my ammo back. Had a bug on me. Made me flinch. Put these bands on upside down, but doesn't matter. I'll shoot frameless full butterfly. You are nuts, man. You're crazy, Sam, but we all knew that already. Sam's a younger kid, so you know when you're young, nothing's gonna hurt you. I was that age once. Me and Sam are buddies, though, so I'm not picking on him. There, we hit it. Just you're more courageous than me, Sam. That's all there is to it. I'm old enough not to be that courageous anymore. Yeah, you're crazy. That's why we like you. David McMahon, very boring. Well, then why'd you stop if it's boring? You ever tried shooting something? Try shooting a slingshot accurate. Not just pulling a wrist rocket out and flinging something 5 yards and missing every time. Try hitting targets on all your shots. Try being able to split a playing card or cut a can in half. I don't see how that's boring, but to each their own. Oh, my friend Graham's back. Mockelmizing. Oh, Graham, you cracked me up, buddy. All right, Graham, I got a word for you. For those of you that don't know, Graham pops in here about once a week on my lives. He's from the UK, and there's something he says there's over there called Mockelmizer. All right, so I've done my research, Mr. Graham, and there is no instance of Mockelmizer anywhere. I checked your spelling. Even in the Urban Dictionary, which has everything in it. So, having said that, I have to assume that the root word of Mockelmizer is to mock. So I'm assuming a Mockelmizer is a champion trash talker. And I'm not the best at trash talking, but I can do okay with it. So until you tell me what a Mockelmizer is, I'm going to assume it's a trash talker. Which trash talking in this sport is fairly rampant. But no, I don't have a degree in it like you do, so you must be really good at it. Oop, there was one off the ground. How did that happen? Oop, smack that pheasant. You drink a lot of beer. Mockelmizer's Mockelmize. I'm assuming that's trash talk. But it's here and there. But it's always fun when Graham shows up. So everybody, we're assuming Mockelmizing is trash talking. So this is your chance, everyone online. Trash talk Graham. See how good we are here in the U.S. Make him smile a little bit. Don't be mean. Don't be nasty. Trash talking's fun. Nice shooting, Tex. Hey, thanks, JC. How did you know I was from Texas? I'm not in Texas, but I'm from Texas. Could it be my little bit of southern accent I still have? I talk trash. Yes, Sam, you used to be the king of that, and you've cleaned your act up just a wee little bit. I'm very proud of you, Sam. Good job, boy. So, Sam will not be a muckle miser. Sam will not be a muckle miser. Somebody's car alarm's going off in the distance. Sounds like their car's a little lonely. All right, let's hit that frog again. Man, I was dead on for a while there. Now I'm shooting like crap. Oh, I hit him so hard it knocked him right off the string. I think you'll hit the car with your sling. God, I hope not. I have my car parked in such a way it would take a really, really unusual 1 in 10,000 ricochet to get to it. But I think I may have hit it before with the way my targets were set up. I got a ricochet, and I got a ding in my windshield and one in the hood. So I'm very careful now. Yes, Graham, Sam was a very good muckle miser, but it got him in a little bit of trouble, of which he is very, very sorry for. And he does not want to go back down that path. So Sam is going to keep his nose clean because I've been helping him. Going now. See you all again soon. Safe everyone. To all, keep muckle mising every. Have a good one, Graham. It's probably pretty late over there at night now, so thanks for popping in, though, buddy. It's always fun when you show up. What Cal shot? I am using 8mm steel balls. There are 3 sizes that people use in competition. In the tournaments, 7, 8, and 9.5mm. I've settled on 8mm just because I like the way it feels in the pouch. I can use lighter weight bands to get the speed I need, and I just like it. So I've shooting, okay, 9.5. I'll shoot occasionally. I'll throw 1 or 2 around, but for the most part, I'm a 9.5 guy. I'm sorry, I'm an 8 guy, not 9.5. Are you going to bring some? Yeah, I'm not answering that. Only 15 likes. Come on, people. Let's get that number up. We'll shoot a can. Cans are fun. You can shoot a water bottle right now. Boom. Water bottles make a lot of noise, too. Got one of those things that you put a cap on it and you put a basketball or football needle in it and you pump it up until it's really high pressure and then you shoot it and it explodes. Problem is, those water bottles are so thick I can't get a fast enough shot to explode it, and it bounces like you would not believe. So it's kind of a danger in my yard here. So I will not be doing that. Plus all the people on the Facebook groups will be, what was that? I just heard a gun go off. Did anybody hear that? And then they'll go all ballistic and they'll, oh, I heard it too. I'm over here. The people are crazy on Facebook. Is this a lifelong hobby for you? No, it's not. Coin got me into talking trash. I'm telling the truth. God don't like lying. No, he doesn't. So you're doing really good, Sam, on holding out. Am I any better yet? Yeah, slightly. Is this a lifelong hobby? No, it's not a lifelong because I'm 64. So that'd be a long time. I've been shooting about 18 or 19 months. But it's kind of taken over a lot of my spare time and just what I like doing because it gets me outside. Ooh. Gets me outside, lets me enjoy the weather. It's just a lot of fun. I also fly RC airplanes. I've been doing that about 20 years. And like today would have been a great day to fly, except I had to work, that work thing. And tomorrow it's supposed to be 15 to 25 mile an hour winds, and that's just no fun. So it doesn't look like I'll be flying this weekend. Haven't shot your Slingshot for years. Well, go get it out, for crying out loud. If you go into my description down in the bottom of this video, I have a link there to my Slingshot course, Slingshot Basics course. That'll teach you a lot of the fundamentals. Nobody really knew how to shoot them well years ago. But in about the last 10, 15 years, it's really become much more mainstream and doable. So there's a lot of tips and tricks in there on how to get you shooting accurate. If you notice the way I hold the Slingshot and aim and draw and all that is not what you're used to. You're used to seeing Dennis the Menace or Bart Simpson doing this. Well, it's a whole different world than that now. Much more accurate, much more speed, and a lot more fun. Just don't shoot your neighbor's windows out. That would be bad. I'm hurrying. That's why I'm not hitting that bell. I'm trying to hit that bell on the far left for you. It's right there, I think. It's not real big, so it's a tough target. I'm not a dead eye like some people. There we go. We got her that time. Should have been able to hear that. Haven't seen that Royal Ranger logo in years. Yeah, well, they're still around, still kicking. I'm a leader in my church. It's one of the things I do. It's, one of the ministries that I'm involved in. I thoroughly enjoy it. In fact, the camp is coming up in June, and we're doing slingshots for an activity. I used to shoot marbles. Yeah, marbles are great ammo, but they're massive. And if you don't hit something soft, if you hit them off of concrete, they're going to shatter. I shot a marble once with a steel shot that I use, and it just shattered glass shards everywhere. But marbles could be used really well for hunting. You need some bigger bands to fling them, though, because they're heavy. When did I pick it up? I started about 18 or 19 months ago. I would say the fall of 24. I kind of got interested in it, and then I bought a cheap wrist rocket. Shouldn't have done that. And then I started going online to learn how to shoot and realized that this is a pretty cool hobby, and got a couple slingshots for Christmas that year and started going down the rabbit hole. Now I make my own bands. I've been in a tournament, did okay. They really launched my YouTube channel. I started documenting my trip to the tournament first of this year, and everything just blew up. So here we are having a good old time. But I'm probably about 18, 19 months in. I'm rushing tonight. I just tore up and replaced all my carpets. Good for you. I like target practice. Me too. I'm not a hunter. You can't hunt with these in Wisconsin where I live. It's illegal. So the squirrels are safe. I just like target shooting. I grew up in the city. I've always lived in town. So I can't handle guns. I can't shoot guns. Could have done archery if I wanted, but it didn't hugely appeal to me. But every time somebody gave me a gun in a place that was safe to shoot it, I did pretty well. So when this slingshot thing came up, I could dedicate to it because it doesn't take a lot of room. I was doing it in my basement over the winter. And so I can shoot it all year. It's quiet, and your neighbors think you're playing with toys. Ooh, got that pheasant again. A year and a month. Sam's pretty good for a year and a month. Later, I've been shooting dandelion stems. Fairly decent. Yeah, I've done that a lot too. So make sure you're using clay back there, Mr. Dallas. I have to be very careful with that because I got houses and businesses all around me. So I got to be very careful with where a bounce may go. So I don't really shoot them anymore. I will go out in the woods occasionally, take some clay balls with me. Have a couple of wrist rockets. Need new bands though. Yes, you do. And I brought my wrist rocket out just because I knew somebody would talk about them. you get those latex bands, the tubes that come with them, they're hard to shoot. I put flat bands, just like my regular Slingshot, on this thing. And it shoots way better than it ever did as a wrist rocket with tubes on it. So I actually made a video how to do it on my YouTube channel. If you want to check it out, you can fix your wrist rocket up and have a lot of fun with it. Once you fix it up right, it shoots good. The thing about a wrist rocket is it has the lightweight bands on it. Now, you don't need that wrist rest, but it's kind of there, so you have to use it. That wrist rest is there because they always put those big surgical tubes on it. It had a very heavy draw, so you needed that support. Could not get a wrist rocket, folding wrist rocket into. Marbles had to get knockdown power. Yes, they do have knockdown power. I have one from my 7th birthday and one from 20 years later. They are not the same. No, they aren't. Slingshots have come a long way. The technology, the bands now, this band has maybe a 6-pound pull. Those wrist rockets are like 20 to 30. Get a fish scale from fishing. Pull it back with your wrist rocket as far as you would to shoot it and see what that pull weight is. Guarantee you these are easier. Boom. I'm not a dead eye. I'm not a dead eye either, Sam, but Philip Dallas, all, hey, everybody. Hey, it's John Oswald. How you doing, man? Sorry, I got sun in my eyes. Trying to see who that is. Oh, Yeet Master. Hey, buddy, I got me a moderator now so you can keep the trolls at bay. Thank you. Awesome. How's it going, Yeet? You want to, oh, I had the wrist rocket out. Here, I'll shoot it a couple of times for you. Let me grab it. Here's the old wrist rocket from the big box store. What are the advantages of the flat bands? Okay, the advantages of flat bands. First, with latex tubes, they're all one thickness. They're very thick walled, so there's really heavy pull to them. And you'd think with that big heavy pull that it would fling it really fast, but it doesn't. What happens is because it's even all the way back, that thickness takes up some of the I can't come up with the right word. Takes up some of the pullback when it flies by. With flat bands, as you can see, they're fatter up here than they are down here. So when you pull back and shoot it, there's less resistance and the bands just flow through. So you get a lot more speed. These little bands like this, I'm getting like 220 feet per second with them. So they carry a punch. Let's see if I can hit the middle target on top. Boom, nailed it on the first shot. I'm 65, just retired, need a hobby again. Hey, this is a good one if you've always liked target shooting. Like I said, I haven't been a gun person or anything like that in the past because of where I was at. I wasn't able to. But every time I got a chance to target shoot something, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So when this came along, the cool part is for under $100, you can have everything you need. Oh, got another one of them spinners. For $100, you can have everything you need to get going. Got a cool resin slingshot when buying it. Oh, I remember you talking about that. Have you got to shoot it yet? Is it any good? I know the bands were worth the money you paid, but hey, you got a slingshot to go with it. I should give away that one that I reviewed from Amazon, that gimmick thing. That'd be kind of fun. What am I shooting? Oh, a little low. Got the gout. Yeah, gout sucks. Sure. In fact, you'll probably see me doing my leg a lot because somehow I got a pinched nerve in my lower back, my butt, and it makes my right thigh go numb and burn. Drop some ammo, and after about 45 minutes on my feet, it really starts hurting. So then I go sit down, and 20 minutes later, I'm all good again. So I'm trying. I got a back support belt on under here. I'm hoping that that would support the back a little bit because I'm a little overweight, not put pressure on that nerve. It's a pinched nerve is what it is. I live 1 block from Main Street, so we get that a lot. It's a fire truck. I don't see smoke anywhere. Hope everything's all right. A couple more shots with this wrist rock, and then we'll have some fun. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. Please buy a firearm if you're able. Okay, who said that? Luke, I have firearms. Believe it or not, during the lockdown in the summer of love, when all the craziness was going on, took one of my stimulus checks and bought 2 9mm. What is it? The 2 9mm, a shotgun, and a 22. So we have firearms available, and I've shot them a few times. And I got a 380 because the 9mm was too big for my fat belly to conceal very well. So I got a 380 that's like sits in your pocket. I got a 22 for plinking. So I do have some firearms. So you come mess with my house, change yours over. Yes, that's a great idea. It's Tommy Bean. Hey, Tommy. I didn't know you went anywhere, Sam, but glad you're back. Can you hunt a squirrel with a slingshot? Hypothetically speaking. Yes, you can, and a lot of people do hunt squirrels with slingshots. Hunting in the state where I live, I'm in the U.S., Wisconsin, we're not allowed to hunt with them. But I know a lot of people do hunt with them. Josh Hicks down in Oklahoma, Hicks in OK, he said his sons probably killed 30 squirrels on their property where they live with a slingshot. So a lot of people hunt squirrels and rabbits with them. I use mine for pest control. So like I've got a raccoon that likes to come join my yard every now and then. And a couple years ago, he got on my roof and chewed a hole in it. And it cost me a whole new roof. So when he comes around, or she comes around, she's a big one. I get the clay pellet and chase it away. So it goes home with a bruise. You're not going to kill a raccoon with this. You barely kill a raccoon with a 22. They're nasty. But I just don't want them in my yard, and I use it to control. Ooh, there's another siren. I also use it to control chipmunks, which I have taken a few. They're pets, so that's not counted as hunting. At least that's my argument. Excuse me a minute while I grab something else out of my coat pocket. It's not in that pocket. All right, folks, it is time to bust up a can. When we bust up a can, out comes the piston. This is my first custom made to order Slingshot, and I've been having a good time with this thing. Got a bulging disc, ask me how I know. Oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really want to go to a chiropractor and see if that would help a little bit. Hello, trying to see the name. Carmen? Glad I'm armed. Yes, I am too. Quick, this is a personal story that I'm going to tell you guys. And the reason we got those guns during COVID with the riots that were going on over all the stuff that happened. Oh, the ambulance is right over here. Hang on one second. They're at my neighbor's house, two houses down. Yikes. Hope everything's all right. They have a family member in town. And they kind of like watching me shoot. It's a little scary. Oh, there's a policeman there. Just walked by the front of the house. Well, Lord, whatever the problem is, we pray you'll be with those people and give them the wisdom they need to handle the situation. All right. Story, personal story. I've not told this to many people, especially on this kind of a forum. When those riots were happening and the people were like, we're coming to your neighborhood, nobody's safe, I got really scared because in the previous times, whenever there were race riots, they always tore up their own neighborhood. And so I just kind of didn't bother me. Long story short, all the way back in 1980, right before I got married, there were race riots in Miami where I lived, and I got caught in the middle of them. And I got beat up really bad. They totaled my dad's car. I got teeth knocked out, internal bleeding, bunch of stitches in my head, and it messed me up. And so whenever those things happen, I get PTSD. So when the summer of love broke out and they said, we're coming to your neighborhood, I literally called my boss and said, I can't handle this. I need help. And they told me to take whatever time I needed. And so that's when we decided to get our concealed carry and get some protection. But anyway, I am not a racist. I don't care who you are. You're a person. But that scared me. All right, enough about me. German alphabet. Hello, hello. Good evening. Who is that? I can't see because of the sun. Sorry. Oh, that's still Yeet. If you don't mind, how much was the piston? The piston, believe it or not, it's not bad. It's G10. It was $100. And I told him the colors, and he got the colors for me. So it's only $100. That included shipping. And it came with a nice little lanyard that gets in my way, so I took that off. Oh, I'm in the Slingshot group in Facebook. So yeah, but that's a good thing for other people. Scotland, hello. Misfit Slingers for the Europeans. Yes, I'm in there too. All right, here we go. We're going to shoot the piston. We're going to shoot at the can. I got a can hanging up right there. Let's actually zoom in a little bit so you can see better. See if this will work. That won't work. Hang on, let me get this ammo out of my pouch. There we go. Oh, that's way too much. You don't need to see my mug like that. All right, now you should be able to see the can right there. $100 for a Slingshot. Ridiculous. This is custom made. This is handmade. Okay. The ones like this that you start on from Simpleshot, the link in my description to Simpleshot, these are like $50 or under. Some of them are as low as $20, $25. So that's not a bad price. And this seems ridiculous for $100, but there's a couple of makers that make pieces of artwork that you're afraid to shoot. They're like $300, $400. So this is actually a bargain. This other one that I shoot all the time, this one's considered a pro version. It's made out of anodized aluminum. This is $120. And it's something I saved for. I didn't buy it right away. It's not a first Slingshot. But once you get good, investing in a nice solid one helps. But $100 for a custom sling is pretty good. Yes, that's the LT2. All right, here we go. We're shooting at the can with the new piston. I've been experimenting with a couple of different ways to grip it because I was getting some band slap that hurt my fingers. That's why I put these things on. I think I've just about got it figured out. It's a special way to hold it. Oh, missed again. Takes me a minute to get dialed in with this, and once I start hitting, I do much better. Oh, I smacked that sucker. Whew. That was a good hit. Let's see if we can get two in a row. Hang on, just checking over here. I know the family that lives there, the wife's dad is in town because I saw his car. He was sitting on the deck, so I hope he's all right. He came by one time to see what I was doing, thought it was the coolest thing ever. You guys should be able to hear those hits. I got a microphone downrange, so should be able to hear that really nice and loud. Sorry, I'm just a little worried about those people. The Liberty Customs are worth the money. Yes, those are some nice Slingshots. It's a good workout for those with mobility issues. Actually, there was a gentleman at the tournament in March that actually shot from a chair because he literally could not stand for very long. Liberty Customs, Sam said, are worth the money. Yes, they are beautiful Slingshots. They had a bunch of them at the tournament in March. I was very tempted to pick one up, except they were all really, really, really thin. and they were beautiful. But I tend to like a heavier, thicker slingshot that sits down in my hand. But maybe I'll consider them again because this one I have to kind of hold out. But at the time, I love the designs. I love the colors and the looks of them, but they weren't what I was hoping for. They needed to me to be thicker, but that's my personal preference. I know a lot of people love those things, so please don't think I'm bashing Liberty. It's just I wanted a thicker handhold on it. Boom. Just subscribe. I was wondering what's the most dangerous call you ever shot through there. I don't know what you mean by the most dangerous thing I've ever shot through. I have knocked down a chipmunk. I like shooting cans. You just have to be careful with things, especially metal items. Except cans, the slings, the ammo just goes right through it. But if you got metal items, they will bounce back all the way to you. In fact, there's a tire repair, auto repair store right in my backyard. There's been times I've hit something, it'll bounce, and 3 seconds later it hits there. So you can get some bounce back from them. If you explain your question a little bit better, I'll be glad to answer. Otherwise, you can send me private messages too. Head brass with brass novas are heavy. Yeah, they'll be heavier. There was one that he had that I kind of liked because it had a bigger palm swell, so it fit down in your hand better. But I was ordering this one, so I cut myself off there. What about CS rounds for riot for shotguns? Those might be kind of hard. Of course, I don't know completely what a CS round is, but people have talked about shooting paintballs, which would probably work if you don't pop the ball in the pouch, pulling it back, because you have to actually hold the ball. I know a lot of people have shot BBs and airsoft BBs, and then if you shoot airsoft BBs, you can get the ones that are biodegradable, so that's always good if you're shooting in your yard. Shooting high now, I need to start paying attention. You should make an attachment so you can launch crossbow bolts. I actually have a slingshot that shoots arrows, like archery arrows. It's got a special piece that sits in the middle, whisker biscuit, and I shoot archery with the kids with that thing. You can shoot darts with these, but I ain't going there. That just looks scary. They make sling bows. Yes, I have one. Actually, if you go to my YouTube channel, I have a review on the sling bow from Simpleshot. You can see it in action. I'm not real good with it. You can see it in action. Man, something's going on next door. All the emergency vehicles haven't left yet. I'd look it up on my phone, but I'm using my phone. Hang on one second, guys. Sorry. Hope you can still hear me. I'm not ditching you guys. I'm just worried about my neighbors. Not that I can do anything about it. My wife keeps throwing peanuts out to the squirrels. She feeds the squirrels. They're like her pets. She'll go through a pound of peanuts every day feeding those things. They're nice and fat and happy, I'll tell you. They'll come out in the morning, like 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning when the sun comes up. And there'll be 6 or 7 of them sitting in our driveway, looking at the back door, waiting for us to come out. A couple of times we've actually heard them scratch the door, like, hey, you guys coming out or not? Have not been hitting very good, and I'm kind of distracted right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, hopefully I do too, man. Fold card. I don't have a setup out here where I can do it. I need to work on that. Where I take a playing card and you cut it from the side, like that. Usually takes me a few shots, but I can usually dial it in. Especially if I'm using my short draw. I'm still learning this long draw. Although I'm getting much better at it, although I'm not reflecting that right now, because I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing. Oh, I thought I had that when I took my time. One of these days I'll practice speed shooting again. I'm just scared of that. Come on. I'm never going to cut that can with this thing tonight. I'm just having a rough night, folks. Sorry. There we go. See if I can hit it a couple of times now. Working on a frame. Yep, way to go, Sam. Want to see the wrist rocket set? Short. Hang on one second. This is the cheap one from Marksman. It's not the big fancy one. What I did is I left the tubes on because the rubber gives resistance and grabs a hold of this latex, and then you just wrap string or some special band tying tape for slingshots around it. Put regular bands on it, and it shoots like a regular slingshot. And it's way easier to shoot with those flat bands on it than if you have those big latex tubes on it. Man, I am having a rough night. Oh, that was a good one. Ooh, there's a good tear in that cam now. Kind of wanted to make one out of a cutting board, but I don't think it's stout enough. Yeah, that may not be unless it's a really good hardwood. Because I know a lot of times people that make wood ones will layer stuff of different hardnesses, and that kind of gives it strength. But yeah, just making one out of a piece of wood, they're not real strong. JC, talk about the wrist rocket. On my YouTube channel, I've actually got a video how to fix your wrist rocket and how to put these kind of bands on. Obviously, you're going to have to get the bands and the stuff to do it. But wow, what a difference it makes. You can actually shoot it like a real slingshot now. Actually, believe it or not, everybody asks about slingshots. When you go to a tournament, slingshots are banned. You're not allowed to use slingshots, and you're not allowed to use pouches with magnets in them. So those are two of the rules I didn't know about until recently. What am I using for ammo? Brian asks. I'm using 8mm steel. The three sizes that are most popular for tournaments are 7, 8, and 9.5. A lot of people like the 9.5 because it packs a good punch. Because I don't hunt or anything, I like more of the ease and relaxed shooting. So I use 8mm so I can use a lighter band, lighter pull, all that kind of stuff. It's just something I've settled on, and I like it, and it works for me. One good shot in that can might go down. That was not the shot. Where did you get the bands? Okay. Simpleshot, there's a link in my description down there. Simpleshot sells bands. They sell the material to make them in 6-foot rolls. They sell bands that are already cut, and all you got to do is tie your own pouch on, which is another skill you learn. Or they sell some with the pouches already tied on, and then they're long, and then you just cut them down to the length you need. And they're not super, super expensive. They're very reasonably priced. I buy my material, my latex, from different vendors. There's different people that sell different kinds with different characteristics. This is the stuff I like, the pink and the purple from Tritium. And I just buy them. I cut them. I've got a little roller and a mat and the stuff to tie pouches. And I just make my own bands. But it's very, a roll, a 6-foot roll of stuff varies from $13 to $20. And you can get a ton of bands out of it. Brian, we didn't need to know that. But hope everything comes out okay. Oh, I just nicked something, but it wasn't the can. One good hit and she's going. She's going down. Our numbers aren't huge tonight. Usually I'm like 120, 130 people. Hope YouTube algorithms didn't lose me. We got a good solid 40 on here for most of it, so that's good. Oh, there it went. I hope you saw that fall. It is now in pieces, so I am going to zoom back out. The other way, Philip. The other way. There we go. There. I think I'll keep shooting this for a little bit and just shoot at stuff. Let me see if I can hit that water bottle down on the ground. Right there. Nope, I got what fell on the ground from the can. Boom. Let's smack it again. I like to hit stuff that makes noise for you guys. That way you can enjoy the fun. So I do have a mic down there. I don't know if you guys can hear the motors from the emergency vehicles over there. Hope the lady's okay because she's pregnant with their first kid. I used to get a lot of this kind of stuff because the neighbor in the house right next door, she passed away recently, and she was on dialysis. So since when COVID started until the day she died, I probably saw her like 5 or 6 times outside. She pretty much was locked in. So I kind of used to seeing emergency vehicles, just not a fire truck and an ambulance. I'm trying to hit that bell since I beat the frog off the rope down there. Whoa, that was way high. What were you thinking, Philip? Ooh, got a little bit of a kiss on that one. I wasn't paying attention. The kiss, in case you don't know, when you're shooting long draws, when the pouch goes, scrapes your face. Don't get many of those, but... Oh, got it. Hey, yeah, buddy. Stick that right down there. Let me go back to my short draw for a while. Bust up some targets. Check out Slingshot and Shenanigans. It's a guy out of Alaska that shoots snowshoe hares. I think I've seen him. Kind of got long hair, I think. I have to look him up, though. I felt bad, but he said shoot one. They were on the run. I only bow hunt. I'm still in the chat. Yeah, we know you are, Stan. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Appreciate you. Yeah, you folks out there, we got 35 online. If you folks believe in prayer, pray for my neighbors, because the emergency vehicles are still there and I'm a little worried. So if you guys believe in that stuff, I'd appreciate it. Because they are cool neighbors. In fact, they bought the house right next to me. And they're building and they're going to tear it down because it's not habitable. It was just a disaster. And they're building a new house there this summer because she's pregnant and they're going to finally be able to start a family because their house is too small. So I hope everything's okay. Ooh. Thought I had a 9.5 in my pouch. Oh, I hit that leather one from Barefoot. That was a nice hit. See what's going on in here. I buy the sportsman license so I can do it all year round. Friend loves bow hunting, but we didn't shoot a single fish. The bow fishing looks like it'd be fun. I'd like to try that. My wife's niece's kid is a huge hunter. He was out. She posted a video on Snapchat. He was out hunting turkeys the other day. He's already got 2 this year, turkey season. He was out hunting more turkey, and a bobcat came up, and he had to shoo the bobcat away. It was kind of cool. You don't see many of those around. Sportsman's license. We do live in rough times, but we're making the best of it, Sam. It's for me and my house. Amen, brother. He's a teacher up there, too. Very cool. Where do you live, Brandon? Oh, that's somebody's talking about Brandon. Phil, have seen my outdoor channel. Jim and Andy. I may have. Sometimes I don't know the names of who I'm following. So shoot me a message with your channel, even if you have to put it in a. I saw you commented on one of my my videos on YouTube. Just feel free to put your channel in there, and if I'm not subscribed, I will be. There's some people I've subscribed to, and I don't know what their names are, but I'm subscribed and watch some of the content. So let me know what it is, and if you want to, Jim, put your YouTube channel up there. Put how people can find you at whatever your channel's name, and that way other people can subscribe too. If you want, I'll pin it. If you throw that up there, I'll make a pin that way, and we'll tell people to go check you out as well. I'm pretty much a Slingshot guy, though. When I'm watching other channels, occasionally I watch something on guns because they're kind of fun. But I'm mostly into the Slingshot stuff. Oh, I smacked that 60 good. Why does he sound and move like fake AI? Because, you know, I'm that high a quality motion. I am real. Send you a thanks, Jim. I'll subscribe if I'm not already. Way up north, Brandon's in Massachusetts. Hickling County Outdoors. I think I have subscribed to you, Brandon. Hickling County Outdoors. I think I am subscribed to that one. But if you other guys aren't, make sure you go do it. I think he's a fairly new shooter, too. Not 100% sure. I got the 50. See if I can walk down to the 40. That'd be cool. Ah, missed it. If I take my time, maybe I'll get it. Get it. Well, I will say, having a lot fewer people online, well, we're up to 72 now. I'm usually at like 150. A lot fewer people online. A lot easier to monitor them comments and keep up with them. Guess everybody else is having nice weather, and it's a Friday night. Maybe they're all out for a fish fry or something. Jeez, I'm not paying attention. I'm just all over the place trying to hit that 40. All right, slow down. Whenever you're not hitting, slow down, take a breath, and go through your fundamentals and see if you get dialed in. That's what I'm doing. Oh, that was darn close. That was darn close, peoples. There we go. Took 2 shots to get back on. Hello, who bombards the garage wall with steel balls. Hasn't been a squirrel in this guy's county for years. Okay, first, we're not allowed to hunt with these where I live in Wisconsin. And second, the slingshots. Squirrels are like my wife's pets. We'll have 8 or 10 of them out here in the mornings waiting on a peanut. And she feeds them all, and a couple even will come take them right out of her hand. So you're wrong on that one. And that I beat up my garage wall. Well, that is my garage wall, but you see that curtain there? That's a special mesh fabric. The ammo hits it, and it drops down, then I take a big magnet and suck it all up. I think I've hit the garage wall one time. So, plus it's kind of old detached garage and it kind of leans a little bit. So it's not a lot of high value there. Hey Chevy, how you doing? Nathan McKenna said, hi. Hello, Nathan. How art thou? Please remember to hit the thumbs up. Excuse me. Yeah, just double click and you'll give me a good old like. You speak German, Phil? No, I don't, but I am of German descent. My last name is Hinkle, Hinkle. It's very much a German name. In fact, there was a company that made warbirds for Germany in World War II named Hinkle, Henkel. That's not how I spell it, but we are definitely a German descendant on my dad's side. For the record, I love sauerkraut. So I guess I'm German, sort of. What am I aiming at? Pull the slingshot back, and I probably should think about what I'm shooting at. See if I can hit that poor pheasant again. There's a pheasant wobbler laying down on the ground right around in there, real close. When you hit him, he goes, she was born and raised in Nuremberg. My grandmother was brought home with my grandfather from World War II. Very cool. Have any Missouri relatives? I don't think I have any in Missouri. A lot of my relatives on my dad's side are in the Indiana area. In fact, I don't know, can't say for sure, but the Butler Fieldhouse where the Butler basketball teams play, it's called Hinkle Fieldhouse. So it's very possible I might be related to whoever that was named after. I don't know. So, unfortunately, on my dad's side of the family, it seemed everybody had girls. So there's hardly anybody carrying on our last name. My dad had 3 boys, which excited everybody. My little brother, 3 girls. Me, no kids, not by choice. And my older brother has 2 boys, and they both have kids. One of them has a boy, but that boy has autism, so the main name may be stopping with that kid. But the family got all excited when boys started popping out. Mine from the Yeatmaster side was Jewish. They came before all that, making him Henry and Strike. Her name was Gerla, and she had a bone to pick with everyone. Germans can be very opinionated. My mom's side of the family, we don't know a lot about my mom's side of the family as far as genealogy goes. But we always joke when we were kids growing up in Houston that we were part Cherokee because, it's just cool to say that. But when my mom showed me the only 2 pictures she had of her grandmother, my great-grandmother, I swear the lady was an Indian woman. If you looked up a Native American woman in a dictionary, that was her picture. So it's very possible if I did a DNA check that I have a fair amount of Native American blood in my bloodline. We don't know a lot because my grandmother on my mom's side was born in the hills of Mississippi, and with no birth certificate, very little is known about her as far as descendants and stuff. I'm Obajibwe, commentary connoisseur. I've seen you on here before. Are you from Wisconsin? Because I know they have Obajibwe up here, northern Wisconsin. So I know that's a popular or a common tribe name up here. There's some town over there with her middle name. Got all kinds of German family, and I've never met. I do like me some good kielbasa and sauerkraut, though. Oh, yeah, baby. I don't like beer, which makes me kind of not German. My last name is Hinkle. I don't know if you were asking me or somebody else, but my aunt traces genealogy, and I think she's traced all the way back to my grandfather on my dad's side, coming over to the U.S. from Germany. My grandpa was born in 1895 and fought in World War I. How cool is that? He was a messenger boy. He rode a motorcycle with the lights off to the front line of the war, delivering messages in the middle of the night to the generals. So whatever those generals were in World War I forget the names of them. I get them mixed up with World War II. The Sherman and those guys. He probably met those guys and delivered messages to them. My grandpa was very cool. I've always said if my grandpa would have had more than an 8th grade education, I wouldn't have to work today. He was one of the most brilliant people that had very little schooling. There was nothing he couldn't fix. He had ideas for cars that 30 years after he had the ideas, they came out with them. He was even offered a job at Ford up in Detroit one time. Him and my grandma rode the train up there to check it out and realized they didn't want to deal with winters because they were in Houston. So they never took it. He kept working at the gas station. And he eventually went to work for Hughes Tool. Northern Wisconsin, but from the Leech Lake Reservation in northern Minnesota. You are way up there. I'm back in Auburn, Indiana. Hey, how you doing there, Dallas? Good memories. Yeah, that's where we met. Did you go to that restaurant and get some more octopus? Dallas and I, he's like my adopted sling kid. We became really good buddies at the tournament in Auburn. It's a fun time. I put a tiny bit of recurve archery up on my channel. Oh, cool. Maybe I'll look at it. I've always wondered what it'd be like to shoot a recurve. We shoot the archery club at our church. We use the NASP setups from Genesis. So they're like compound bows, but they don't take the weight off. They're constant weight like a recurve. It'd be kind of fun to try a recurve. I've never shot one. Not actually shot a good one. I've shot toy ones, but it'd be kind of interesting to try that. What kind of... Was it a wishbone? I love it when the chats get crazy. Hey, we're up to 93. Now we're getting our numbers up there. Way to go. All right, who wants to see me bust up another can with the piston? We're at 48 likes. When we hit 50, I'll put another can up and I'll pull the piston back out and we'll bust up another can. So get your likes in, people. We'll bust another one. I love busting cans. If I could just shoot cans up, I would. Except I don't drink soda, so I have to steal them from the recycle bin at work. Oh. Or wherever I go, I look in the trash, and I'm a trash picker. And I get the cans out, and then I put them in my recycle bin, and I'm done. Oh, smack that 50. See if we can smack that 40 now. Boom, dead on center. English longbow. Very cool. One away. One more like. One more like. Come on, we can do it. Don't make me take many more shots, people. One more and we'll put a can up there and bust the you know what out of it. While I'm up there, I'm going to tie the frog up too. So I have him to shoot. I like shooting at him. Are we there? Woohoo! There's 50. All right. Let me put this down. Clarbrune sparkling water, blueberry passion fruit. Let's go put it up. Oh, stretch my leg, see if it gets better. Oh, that hurt. Emergency vehicles are still there. This is very concerning. Where's the frog go? Oh, there he is. Poor little frog. I blew him up. Sorry, I know you probably don't want a good shot of my butt or anything, but at least the camera's not zoomed in. That should hold him for a few shots. All right, let's get the piston back out. I love shooting this thing. I'm not near as good at it yet, but it's 8 o'clock there. It's only 7 here, Sam. North Carolina. All right, here's the piston. First custom build that I had done. Orange and green, because those were the company colors when I had my own business. And I like the combo. All right, here we go. See how long it takes to hit it this time. Oh, let's zoom in so you can see a little better. Come on, fingers, work with me. Oh, that was way too much. There, you guys should be able to see that better. All right, here we go. Ooh, first shot. I hit it hard on the bottom. Hope you guys can see that. I don't think that zoomed in very good. That's better. There, the can is there. You guys want to see it hit more than you want to see me shooting. That spun it around, got it on the side. Oh, that was close. Take your time, Philip. Take your time. I'll take my time. See how good it works? Think about what you're doing. That was a good hit. Should have been able to hear that one real good. CG's here. How's it going, CG? Whoa, somebody must have been bad. A lot of messages got deleted. How's it going, CG? Dropping in for a few minutes before I eat dinner. Hey, Caveman, how's it going, man? Thanks for all you do for our little community. We got to the likes we needed, so we're busting up a can with the piston. And if some of you folks that just popped in, if I look a little distracted, it's because the fire truck and ambulance is at my neighbor's house, and they're good folks, and I know them. And I'm a little worried about what's going on because they've been there for like 20 minutes now. But I can't really see much except the lights. So if you guys wanted to say a little prayer for him, be good. I guess the positive is the ambulance hasn't fired up and gone screaming out of here with the lights and the sirens on. So I hope that means something positive. There goes the ambulance, just driving back casually, so that's good. Although there is one truck pulled right up by their door. I don't know if there was 2 ambulances, maybe. Whoa, a bird flew by and almost got pegged. That would have been hilarious. He flew right in front of my ammo. I am not shooting good. Take your time, Philip. Boom. When I take my time, good things happen. I got to quit rushing. I know I watch Josh Hicks shoot all the time, and he's really fast. I'm not that good yet. If you guys didn't see it, I finally released a video on my RC flying. I filmed one last Saturday. Not the best video because I was by myself, but it's kind of hard to film yourself flying when you got nobody to film for you. But I posted that up this morning, and I got a new video coming out next week where I talk about long draw. I've been waiting to do that one. And it's finally in the books. You know, waiting live. Oh, that was hard. So if you haven't watched that video, I know a lot of my sling friends have been asking when I was going to post some RC content. It's kind of give you a little whet your appetite. One of my planes I built out of foam board from the dollar store. And then I've got another video that's sitting on the computer to edit. This is an extension of my teaching video for basics where I kind of just talk about what to do when one day you're hitting everything and then all of a sudden you can't hit nothing. It's not super complicated. It's just kind of going over a lot of technique basics just to make sure you haven't forgot things like dropping your shoulder and your anchor point. But that'll be coming out in a week and a half, 2 weeks. Try and schedule a video a week. That's my goal. And maybe 1 or 2 lives. I don't have enough ideas for content to post more yet. Although I have a really good idea. So it's going to take me a while to shoot that when I'm putting the pieces together in my noggin. I got a really fun video idea. I kind of want to do a follow-up on the piston because I've learned a few things about how I'm holding it to reduce the band slap. So I may do a video, short one on that. And I do want to go back and readdress my tritium latex review because that was a very popular video. And when I did it, I just shot both bands the same length, but they were longer than they need to be for longevity. I want to make bands that are exactly the most optimum length for my draw length and not an inch longer. And I want to put some speed tests on that just for curiosity to see what kind of speed I can get out of them. And now that I'm shooting long draw, I kind of like to run some speed tests on that too. So I got a couple of ideas, but I'll run out of content by mid-June if I don't come up with anything new. So I need ideas. I have a couple more ideas for the slow-mo, so there's that. I got a cool idea for July 4th, our U.S. Independence Day. So I'm going to start getting the pieces together to shoot that one soon. So I can do that ahead of time. And then just set it to release on July 4th. It's taking us a while, but we're hitting it. All right, I haven't looked at these comments for a while, sorry. I need to make some tubes. Talking about latex conversations I don't need to be part of. You're a good goat getter. Cat Kinley said hi. Hello, CG. Was saying hi to people. Said, hey, Uncle Larry's here. Hey, Uncle Larry, how's it going? I'm using my new piston that I ordered from Josh at the tournament. I'm busting up a can. But I'm a little distracted because the emergency vehicles are at my neighbor's house. And I'm a little worried about them. They've been there a while. Sorry, I kind of ignored the comments there for a minute. I apologize if I missed something I shouldn't have. I see a fireman taking some of his gear off. That's good. Putting his baseball cap on. Taking their coat off. That's a positive sign. Jeremy. So I've heard the guys going on about green bands. There's so many different colors. I just like color. I don't like black bands. I love Simpleshot and everything they do, but I have trouble seeing the bands to line them up when they're black. That's why I like the pink and the purple and the yellow and the different colors like that. But that's just my preference, folks. It has nothing to do with what's best. Everybody will tell you their band are the best. And honestly, there can't be much of a difference. Very small differences between the bands, but not so much that it's going to make you an absolute best shooter. Your technique is what makes you a good shooter. Man, I'm sucking right now. What's had the best elasticity? Because I've heard I'm using the tritium pink on my long draw, and I have the purple on my short draws. There goes the fire truck. Are they the best? I like them. I bought a bunch of it, so I got a lot of it to use. But I do like them. It's a nice soft draw, though. I think I got a good hole in the side of that can now. It's taking me forever on this thing. I am not shooting well. Sorry, I'm not very entertaining tonight, guys. A little distracted. At least the sun finally went behind the clouds. Now I can see. Ha! My can is up behind the rope holding the targets in place. So now I have to shoot it that way. Almost freed it up. Come on, we can do it. We can do it. I need to hit it really good on the bottom and swing it over. Flinched. All right, all the emergency vehicles are gone. Second fire truck is gone. Have to look that up when I go in. All right, I freed it up. Woohoo! Take your time. Yep, that helps me. $6mm black. That's really good for the 9.5 steel or the big clay pellets. 6mm. That's what I kind of. Actually, I think 0.5 is what I really started on. I tried some 0.55 because I thought it was all about speed. And it's like I realized for target shooting, I don't need a lot of speed. I'm not trying to kill anything. There's a squirrel on the roof mooning me. Oh, that was a good hit. Oh, he didn't like that. A squirrel screaming at me. Bands I ordered on Amazon are supposed to be 0.6, but I don't have calipers to verify. They're probably pretty close. I've had a few Amazon kind of bands, and whatever they claimed they were when I measured them, they were pretty close to on. So I think you're probably okay with that. But I would encourage you to get the stuff to make your own, because some of the Amazon bands are very mushy and they don't pack a lot of punch, depending on which ones you get. If you get the name brand ones like Precise or GZK and some of those are good bands. Jinpoos, they're not bad. They're all going to shoot. It's okay, Mr. Squirrel. They usually start screaming when there's a cat around. Rose said hi. Sorry if I miss your name. Spanky Monkey is not going. Oh, that's too bad. They make some good stuff. The pouches being tied backwards made me sad. Yeah, I don't like the way Simpleshot ties pouches. That's one reason I started tying my own. I tie my short draw pouches like Double D's. If you go to his channel, there's a one on there where he shows you how to tie them. I do it the exact same way on the short draw. And Josh Hicks and Weston Crockett at MSS taught me a different technique they use for long draw. I don't know that it's better than any others, but it helps the bands line up when you aim. And so I tie my long draw bands with a trifold instead of a bifold. Talk about it a little bit in the video I got coming up on long draw next week. Oh, it's almost there. If I hit the bottom, it's coming down. Can they see mine? Okay, this is the long draw. Hopefully you can see it. See how there's a trifold in there? See, and I have them where they're on the outside. Simpleshot puts that on the inside so it kind of hugs the ammo. But for some reason, when I shoot Simpleshot bands, I can't get them to line up straight for aiming, and it drives me nuts. My short draw bands pouches, let me show you, are just a simple bifold. See how they just fold over? And I make sure that the wiggly part that you're going to trim off is on the outside of the pouch. That's how I do my bands. Hopefully you could see good enough to understand. Okay, are we going to drop it? Oh, one more hit. That's all it's going to take. That was a good shot, too. Here we go. Oh, I tipped it, but not where I needed to. I need a good solid hit, and it'll come down. Oh, how did that not come off? That was solid. This is a tough can, them Clarburn. There it goes. Blew it right up against the garage. All right. There we go. I don't like the dangly bits on the inside. Yes, because it kind of keeps the pouch from closing up nice. Looks like you have a rupture in the stomach. So you caught that. No, it's okay. It's a hernia. I had gallbladder surgery during COVID, and evidently like a year or two afterwards, the muscles or whatever didn't come back right, and I got a hernia there. And I asked my doctor about it, and she says, as long as it's not hurting, don't worry about it. Last time I was in for a checkup, she took a measurement on it because it is kind of irritating. It gets in the way. She said next time I come in for a checkup next year or later this year, if it's grown any, then she will start the process to get me into the loop to have it fixed. But she said if it's not hurting and it's not bothering you, don't worry about it. So I'm keeping an eye on it. It does bother me though. All my bands aren't backwards. Maybe they did change it. I don't know. The trifold looks cleaner. It does look a little cleaner, but dadgum, it's hard to do, especially when you got a 10 taper on this end. It's hard to trifold it. All right, let's see if we can hit the frog now that we hung him back up. Hope some of this has helped you guys. I do cover some of this in my Slingshot Basics course. I have a link to it in the description. Actually, I discovered that YouTube has something called courses. So instead of just having a playlist, I created a basics course and put those videos in there. So if you go onto my channel and you click on courses, you'll see it. It's just kind of like a learning tool. And I can, whenever I add new ones to it, they'll appear. I may add my long draw to it, even though it's not basics, it is how-tos. Oh, that was way high. Maybe I should go back to the short draw. Yeah, let's go back. I know you guys like the piston and long draws cool looking, but oh, let's put you right there where you're safe and sound. Have you tried forceps to maintain the fold while tying? Yes, I do use forceps because my tying jig isn't the one with the clamps. It's got the forceps and it sits behind a hook. It's the big heavy metal stainless steel one you see on Simpleshot for like $30. So I do use the forceps. The problem is it's so tiny and fiddly. Trying to get your fingers in there is kind of a pain in the butt. But yeah, I have forceps. It does help. All right, let's shoot some short draw and call it a night. We've been on an hour and a half. How many likes are we up to now? 67. Sweet. Let's blow up that frog a few times. Oh, got the rope he's tied to. Oh, there we go. We smacked him good. All right, let's get that water bottle down on the bottom. There. Oops, squirrel just ran by with a peanut. Okay, and then there's a pheasant, wobbly pheasant on the ground. I think right there. I'm going to shoot at him. Oh, smacked him good. Now let's see if we can hit that bell. Any more questions from the viewers online? I'm happy to answer and help however I can, folks. I love doing it. Oh, got the bell. What's your short draw length? I believe my draw length is 28 inches. And these bands have a 6.5 elongation. So technically my band should be 4.76 inches long. And these I cut to 5 3/4, so they're barely longer. I used to cut them about an inch longer than this. And so, yeah, 6 inches is kind of a good standard length. They'll give you an elongation factor of 5. These you can really stretch out to like 6, 6.5. But I do want to cut some to just be what they should be. See what kind of speed I get. I broke my wobbler. The wire that he sits on broke off. Oh well. I'm going to buy a new one. They got one that just hangs on your line instead of having a springy bounce. And I love that thing when I was at the tournament. So next time I order from Simpleshot, I'm ordering that guy. Doing pretty good on my Simpleshot affiliate, where you guys buy from them and I get a small commission. I'm sitting on about a $30 payout right now, and I appreciate that. So when that money comes through, I'll be buying more targets. I want to buy the squeaky chicken, the rubber chicken. I had one of those and I blew him up. He took so many hits, but I loved it. So I want to buy one of those. I want to buy the pigeon, a couple other target things from them to add to my range. I don't know if you guys can see it very good, but I got one of those flip over targets that I painted the targets green on it. If I hit it just right, they will flip over, but you got to have some oomph behind them. Shoot at that for a second, see if I can flip one, and then I'll hit the top piece and flip it back over. I am again rushing everything. There we go, flipped it over. Now I'm going to hit the top one and flip it back. In theory. Oh, here's the 9.5. I have one 9.5 millimeter in my bag. Here it is. I hit the metal bar. It bounced and hit the drape and then hit the tub. The reason I left the 50-gallon barrel there is because if I hit something metal and it ricochets that way, my car's over there and I think I cracked my windshield from a ricochet, and that barrel stops it. So I'm kind of smart that way. We're going to start wrapping this one up, I believe, as soon as I knock this thing over. All right, slow down. Take your time, fill up. Boom, took my time and hammered it. Like bands, I haven't done my band lengths in millimeters. That's like I do my pouch, I do my tapers in millimeters, I do everything about slingshots in millimeters except the length. Mr. Sam shoots 2012 at 250, and he shoots full butterfly, so I bet he's getting some zippity zip out of those things. Need to get a chronograph, Sam, and test that. Another thing I'd kind of like to do for my channel is do a speed test where you test it right here to get it coming out, and then at 10 meters have the speed chronograph down by the targets to see how much velocity you're losing, how many feet per second. In that 10 meters you're dropping, just because it'd be fun. So please stay on a little bit more. Okay, Sam, why? You got something for me? Mr. Jeremy's here. Caveman. So simple a caveman could do it. Did you make a Geico commercial? Man, it is dead calm out here right now. I was just going to be this way tomorrow. I'd go flying to RC Park, but it's supposed to be 15 to 25 tomorrow. I'd be flying backwards in that stuff, which is kind of fun. Oh, hit that leather one from Barefoot. Let's hit the small leather. I think that's like a 30. Got it. Got it, got it. Got it again. See if we can get that orange golf ball. It's a wiffle ball. Folks, PSA. Golf balls are fun to shoot. But unless you're in a wide open area, don't shoot them. They bounce really bad. Bounce backs on those is atrocious. It's like a bullet coming back at you. And because it's round, you never know where it's going. Don't ask me why I know that. Just saying. Here's a squirrely. Oh, he got him a peanut. Now he's running back. Oh, got the golf ball. Up another squirrely looking for a peanut. Waiting for the weather straighten out. Yeah. Up here in northern Wisconsin. I'm down in the Madison area, Jeremy. I'm in a little town called Stoughton, just south of Madison. There's a number of people that are in Wisconsin that shoot. Man, I'd love to get a tournament up here. That'd be cool. Ooh, got that leather. I've been hitting that leather one. Friend gave it to me at the tournament, the stress test. Holds up to my shooting. And plus, I leave it out in the weather. I'm really testing it. Ooh, got the little one again. Josh shot a golf ball, ricocheted back, and hit the kitchen window and broke it. Yeah, the golf balls are not good. I got you golf balls more often. Oh, Wisconsin Cheese Shooting Tournament. Hey, there we go. Cheesehead Invitational. Yeah, Cheesehead Invitational. Yeah, if you live out in the country and you don't have to worry about it, they are fun because they make a nice little clink when you hit them. 15 minutes from the Turtle Lake Casino. Is a slingshot dangerous? Well, let's just put it this way. If I shoot you with it, you're not going to like it, but it's not going to kill you. You can take down squirrels and rabbits and small game, pigeons, quail, that kind of stuff. For bigger game, like I have raccoons that come in my yard because they're pests. One shoot a hole in my roof and cost me 10 grand. When he shows up, I get my clay balls out and shoot him. It's not going to kill him, but it'll sure bruise him and make him think twice about coming back. How long have I been on? We're sitting on an hour and 45, Sam. It's getting up there, and my leg's starting to feel it. Robert Testerberger. Hey, Philip. Hey, Robert. How's it going? Oh, got that barefoot slings target again. It will break a bone if you hit it right. Wow, we're still sitting on 68 people. Well, not 68 likes, we're on 32 people. Let's pull an all-nighter. No, I can't pull an all-nighter. Oh, one, I'm shooting outside and the sun goes down, I won't be able to see diddly squat. That's an official word, diddly squat. And my leg is starting to bother me. I'm going to have to go in and sit down and rest it. I'm an old dude, man. I don't do nights well. Anything after about 10 o'clock, I get to be a cranky old dude. We have game night on New Year's Eve at our church until the new year, and then do music for the new year. It's like, man, about 10:30, I get a little cranky. I don't really like staying up late. Of course, I'm up at 5:30 every day. Typical old man. $2-gram steel ball moving at 200 feet per second. It's going to hurt. Yeah, it will. There's a young man in my church. We were at our boys' camp last year, and I had just started shooting serious. And I took this slingshot with me. And I was shooting all clay at the time, so I had some clay pellets, 9.5 millimeter from Walmart. And he asked me how hard they hit. Do they hurt? I said, I don't know. Walk over there. Let me shoot you in the butt. So he walked over about 60 feet. And shot him right square in the butt. And he didn't want to do that again. Hang on. Saw somebody I might know walking by. Where'd they go? There they are. I don't know if that was him or not. Yeah, it will hurt, but unless you get a perfect shot in the eyeball or something. But you know, if somebody's coming after and you're good enough to pull back and let it rip, you could scare them away. Looks like you got things set up. Yeah, I got me a neat little shooting. I took my rain barrel down, Robert, because I was getting ricochets off of it. Plus, I had a cowbell from Simpleshot, which I absolutely loved. It's beat up. The problem was I was getting ricochets that went that way. And I think one got my windshield because I had a ding. And then there's a ding on my hood. And so I took it out because there was an angle from the side of that water barrel to the car. Now that barrel sat out like 3 feet from where that curtain's at. Now it's pushed way back. The targets are, and there's like this much of my car visible. So it's a lot safer. Plus, I put the rain barrel right in the ricochet zone. So if anything ricochets, it will hit the barrel and not my car unless it goes up high. But it's a safety thing. I do plan to get a piece of wood or some kind of fabric to hang on the sides to protect from ricochets. Oh, Robert, that was a hit on the barefoot slinger target spinner that he had at the MSS. Oh, that was a small one, 2 in a row. Dang. Come on, Philip, drink some coffee. Had iced tea for dinner. I drink coffee in the morning and sometimes a teeny bit in the afternoon. I drink a half a cup in the morning. I have high blood pressure, so I got to be careful with coffee. But dang, I love coffee. I love good coffee. In fact, I make my own cold brew. It is delicious. I love coffee. I just can't drink much. And believe it or not, coffee doesn't keep me awake. I'll still fall asleep. And if I have coffee right now, I will fall right to sleep and I'll wake up at midnight bright-eyed. Can't go back to sleep. You're cranky all the time. Oh, who is that? I'm trying to see your name. Oh, Caveman. Can't see very good. I try not to be cranky. Nicely. Yeah, this is my favorite one. This is my everyday. It's from Simpleshot. It's called the Axiom X. I like it because it's adjustable. So I can make these as wide as I want, and I can make the forks as wide. So I have it dialed in to fit my hand exactly like I want. It's aluminum. You can see I've had a few frame hits, so it's been well loved. It's just my everyday shooter. It's one that I pull out first almost every time. And if you want, get a slingshot. You don't get this one as your first one because you got to figure out what's going on. But they make a regular version. It's called the Axiom, which is really good. If you use that Simpleshot link down in the description, you can get one from there. They have a spring sale right now, 15% off of a lot of their items, not all of them. The straight up LT2 is not on sale, but if you buy the LT2 bundle that has everything you need to get started, it's on sale for like $64.99 or something like that. Instead of $75.99. I forget exactly the price, but it's on sale. Good price. Use my Simpleshot link. I'm wondering if you and Roy. Yes, he is Roy's friend that was hanging out in the walker at the tournament all the time. Robert's a good guy. Very smart, too. It's fully adjustable. Yes, it is. Not just very. Can you show the accuracy of it? I've been trying. Okay, that was, let me see if I can see your name better. Mimi? All right, so I will try. I'm going to aim not at the hardest target, but still, I'm going to aim at a 60 millimeter spinner on that top row there, targets. You can see it a little better. There's a 60 millimeter spinner, the one right in the middle. I'm going to take my time, get my fundamentals right, and see if I can hit it on the first shot. I'm at 10 meters, which is competition distance. If you're American in the Imperial system, we're at 33 feet. I have split a playing card in half. Takes a few shots, but I've done it. Okay, here we go. Oh, just a hair low. Let me take another shot. Should be able to get it this time. Boom, got it. So they can be really accurate. I was watching Josh Hickson OK today on his live. He shot a 12 and a half spinner, which is like that big, from 10 meters. He hit it 12 times in a row. It was nuts. He is a really good shot. You ever think about shooting at watermelons? That would be fun. Here's my thought on a watermelon. They are soft enough that if you shoot in them, you're going to put a hole in it and your ammo is going to get buried inside of it. It's not going to go or anything like that. When I'm shooting, if I'm going to shoot at something, I want it to be dramatic. I want to try shooting some grapes and a strawberry and see if they make a big splatter. That'd be kind of fun. Put that on my slow-mo channel section. I like to shoot stuff and film it in slow motion. So strawberries and grapes are on my list. I just don't know how epic they're going to be, but they're there. I'm on spot. I've been on and off spot tonight. I've had a few times where I'm just nailing everything. Other times I couldn't hit nothing. I'm starting to get to the end of my... I'm starting to get fatigued is what I'm saying. All right, let's blow that frog up one more time and call it a night. I was going to leave earlier and Sam begged me to stay on a little longer because he's my buddy. I said, okay. Let's hit that frog, not the squirrel running down the driveway. Boom! First shot. All right, guys, I really am getting tired. It's time for me to call her a night and log out of this baby. I appreciate everyone that was on. Sitting on 58 right now. We were up as high as 70 something, 72 likes, so that's really good. Appreciate your time. Appreciate you talking and chatting. I absolutely like watching you guys interact. And when people ask me questions, I love to answer them. That's what I love to do most. That's why I'm on here, because I love it when people ask me questions, how to do something, and I get to answer it. That makes my day. So feel free to message me offline, and I will answer any questions you have. If you're looking to get into this hobby, check out my channel in the courses, Slingshot Basics. Make sure you subscribe and like. And if you're interested in Slingshot, there's a whole bunch of them on sale at Simpleshot right now, 15% off if you use the link in my description. I'm an affiliate there, and I get a small commission on every sale, so it helps me out. Just buy more stuff from Simpleshot. So I appreciate that. And don't forget, I didn't mention it tonight, this Sunday is the giveaway for my 1,000 subscriber. To enter, there's an email address down in the description. Send me an email with your real name and your screen name. If I draw your name randomly on Sunday afternoon, I will check against my subscriber list. If you're on there, you will win a $50 gift card. If you're a Slingshot shooter, it'll either be Amazon or Simpleshot. If you're some of my 500 RC listeners, viewers, you'll get a Horizon Hobby or a Flight Test gift card for $50. So make sure to enter that. There's only a couple of days left, and maybe I'll be on tomorrow if it's not too windy, or maybe I'll go to my church and shoot there a little bit. So thanks everybody again for watching. We will catch you later. Keep on slinging. God bless.